Fine. Yes. This is fine. So, okay. So, good morning, good afternoon, whatever be the time of the day your meeting is fine. Fine. Okay. See, since you all know that for the first term exam, the syllabus is your chapter 1 matter as well as the chapter 2 physical quantity and measurement. And in this chapter, the only physical quantity that we are interested in is density. These two chapters we have already completed as far as theory is concerned. But when it comes to numerical, chapter 1 has no numericals, but second chapter has numericals based on density. So this video as well as the next video are dedicated to numericals alone. As you all can see the topic, physical quantity and measurement, numerical part 1. After this we'll have one more part 2, continuation. I didn't want to make the video very long, so we'll keep a very short videos. Okay, fine. Chalo. Let's move to the next slide. First of all, what we have to look over here is objective. What is the objective of this lecture? First thing is we'll have some prior knowledge which will be helpful for your numerical solving things. And these prior knowledge you must remember. Don't ask. If you know, it's fine. If you don't know, then you're not supposed to ask from where does these information comes from. These prior knowledge, use this prior knowledge as facts and just remember them. Don't ask questions that from where do they come from, because all the explanations has been already given. Chalo, fine. Next, we'll move on to the numericals based on the calculation of density part 1. And first, in this chapter in total has 11 questions. Out of these 11 questions, what we will try to do is we'll divide into two parts, 1 to 7 in one part and 8 to 11 in second part. Hence the name part 1 and part 2. Fine? Fine. Okay. Let's go for a bit of prior knowledge. The only formula that we have in this chapter is this, which we are referring as density formula. Density formula. This we have also done in class 7. Now, density they are representing by the symbol rho, but we'll use the symbol D. For us, we'll use the symbol D. Density is defined as the ratio of mass by volume. Density is defined as the ratio of mass by volume. Density is equals to mass by volume. This you must remember. And if density is equals to mass by volume, then can we not say if density is equals to mass by volume, then within this we can manipulate this equation and rewrite it as, if I want to make volume the subject, then the volume will become, this volume will go up, density will come down, mass will remain as it is, volume will become mass by density. This becomes one more formula. And similarly, if I want to make mass subject, if I want to make mass subject, so mass can be written as density will remain as it is. This volume will go up to become density into volume. So mass becomes density into volume. So the only thing that you have to remember is density is equals to mass by volume, and from here alone we can write volume as mass by density and mass as density into volume. Now the another way, if you suppose you forget, you don't remember anything, the other way to remember the formula is like this. Let us show you. What you do is, whenever a question is given to you on density, just make a triangle of this kind, a small triangle. Fine. So, and write dense D over here, M over here, V over here. Now, from here you can easily understand that density is over here, mass is up, volume is down. So from here, can I say density is equals to mass by volume, because mass is in the numerator, this is the division sign, and volume is in the denominator. So density will become mass by volume. Fine? Fine. Now, similarly, if you look at it, if I want to make volume the subject, so volume will become mass by density. Volume will become mass by density. So the volume becomes mass by density. And on the other hand, if I want to calculate mass, mass becomes D into like this, dV. Since they are on the same line, this becomes density into volume. I hope it's fine. What we are trying to say is somewhat like this. So now we will just do it once again, so that it gets inside your head. Let's make this triangle like this, like this. Let's make this triangle like this, like this. Let's make this triangle like this, like this. Now we write D equals to M by V. D is equals to M in the numerator, V in the denominator. D is equals to M by V. Now, what we are trying to emphasize on is that if you want to make density the subject, so density is what? Mass upper volume niche, mass by volume. So density becomes mass by volume. If you want to make volume the subject, मतलब आपको लिखना है वॉल्यूम कितना होता है, वॉल्यूम विल बिकम मास बाय डेंसिटी, मास ऊपर डेंसिटी नीचे. Whereas if you want to make mass the subject, this will become, since they are the same line, in the same line, mass will become density into volume. Is it fine? This is the way you can do this. And if you don't want to remember this, the best way is just remember this formula. Density is equals to mass by volume, and from here you can easily manipulate it. If I want to write V, V will go, mass will remain as it is, density will come down, and if I want to write M, this will become density into volume. बस अब जैसे याद रखना है रखना, बस this is the only thing you have to remember. Fine. Fine. So this is what we were emphasizing on. This is the thing you have to remember. Density is mass by volume, bus. And rest you can, density is mass by volume, volume is density is mass by volume, volume is mass by density, mass is density into volume. Finished. So right. Okay. Now since we want to solve few numericals, so let's just have a basic idea of all the things that we need to know. First thing, again, to begin with, I can write again the same thing. I can write density is equals to mass by volume. Volume is equals to mass by density. Mass is equals to density into volume. These are the things. Now, apart from this, सबसे important चीज है units. Units. When it comes to units, we know we have two types of units. Basically, SI. SI unit of density. Units for density. For density. देखो भैया, if you want to calculate the unit of density, density is mass by volume. So unit of density will be unit of mass by unit of volume. That is kg per meter cube, and this can be written as kg per meter cube, or can also be written as kg meter to the power -3. Fine. This is your SI unit. At the same time, we have another unit called CGS. In CGS unit, we have mass as gram, volume in centimeter cube. This becomes gram per centimeter cube, or the same as gram per centimeter to the power -3. Fine, fine. These are two units. Next that comes is the relation between these two units, and the relation is, I hope you all remember the relation. The relation is that 1 kg per meter cube is actually equals to 1 by 1000 gram per centimeter cube. Or that means if you want to convert from SI unit to CGS unit, you'll have to divide by 1000. Or on the other hand, 1 gram per centimeter cube is equals to 1000 kg per meter cube. But if you want to convert from CGS unit to SI unit, you'll have to multiply by 1000. Conversion factor is 1000, whereas in this case the conversion factor is 1 by 1000. Fine. Now, apart from these things, other important things that we need to remember is volume has some other units also. So just remember that, which is liter, and 1 liter, LITRE, is actually is equals to 1000 milliliter. 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliter. And we have also mentioned that I have not explained you how it comes, but 1 liter is also equals to 1000 centimeter cube. As a result of which we can say 1 centimeter cube is same as 1 ml. 1 centimeter cube is same as 1 ml. Fine. And one more thing which we had asked you to remember is 1 meter cube is actually equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros centimeter cube. This volume density is the formula. Fine. Then this, then this, then this. And another thing which I had asked you to remember is What is time is that now? Volume of cuboid is equals to length into breadth into height, whereas volume of cube is equals to side cube. A cuboid is a solid which looks like this, where all the sides are of different length. This is the cuboid. Cuboid. All the sides are of different length. But when you talk about cube, for cube, all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal, and the side is length of each side is a. Hence, we write a cube. Actually, the formula goes like this: a into a, which is same as a cube. These are the things which we need to remember. So please do it. Fine. Let's make a note of all this and remember it thoroughly. I think we have done enough. Let's move to the numericals now. Chalo. Right, chalo. Now let's come to the question number 1. Let's see what they have said. The question is, the density of air is given how much? 1.28 gram per liter. 1.28 gram per liter. Now this gram per liter is neither an SI unit nor CGS unit. So what we have to do is we have to express it in gram per centimeter cube and kg per meter, meter cube. That's fine. Fine. So this, let's do it together. Solution. Density. What is given? Density, D for density of air. I like air like this. Density of air is given how much? 1.28 gram per liter. Ab dekho bhaiya, what we have to do is we have to express this gram per liter into gram per centimeter cube. Gram तो already है ही, बस लीटर की जगह सेंटीमीटर क्यूब लाना है. Not a big deal. Can I write like this? 1.28 gram per liter means by liter. So this can be written as 1.28 gram by, just now in the previous slide it was shown that 1 liter is actually is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. 1 liter is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. So I can easily write liter की जगह 1000 centimeter cube. Now देखो भैया, it's simple. आपको divide करना है. Now since you have to shift the decimal, you have to divide by 1000. That means the decimal place will shift towards the left hand side. So just do it. Since we have 3 zeros now, the decimal place will shift 3 digits towards the left. But since you can see only 2 digits, 1 digit, just add more digits. 1, 2, 3. Now shift. Become 1, 2, 3. The answer will become 0.00128 gram per centimeter cube. Answer. Fine. Now let's move to the second part. Now second part they have said convert into kg meter cube. This is the CGS unit. This is the SI unit. And we know that if you want to convert from CGS to SI, you have to multiply by 1000. Let's do it. Just now we saw that density of air turns out to be 0.00128 gram per centimeter cube. देखो भैया CGS unit में we have already calculated. Once we have calculated in CGS unit, the easiest way to solve it is just convert it into SI unit by multiplying by 1000. How can we do that? Like this: 0.00128 into 1 gram per centimeter cube. सही है? Fine, fine. Now, 1 gram per centimeter cube, we have seen from our previous knowledge that 1 gram is actually 1000 kg per meter cube. Now, since we are multiplying, the decimal place will shift towards the right. Let's multiply by 1000. It will become 1, 2, 3. So it will become 1.28 kg per meter cube. Answer finished. This is the way you all will solve. And if possible, over here in the bracket, you will just write over here that 1 gram per centimeter cube is equals to 1000 kg per meter cube. Fine. So great. There's nothing to repeat. If you feel you have missed something, then just play the video once again. Next question. Question number 2. The dimension of a hall are this. Listen first. The dimension of a hall are this. To stop. Other side, understand. A hall is always in the shape of a cuboid. Hall is always in the shape of a cuboid. So when this information is given to you, this 10 meter into 7 meter into 5 meter, what they're actually trying to say is that length of the hall is 10 meter, breadth of the hall is 7 meter, and height of the hall is 5 meter. This is the information that is being conveyed. Once this length, width, height is given to us, if the density of air is what is given? Solution. What is given to us? Given. Density of air is given to us how much? 1.11 kg per meter cube. This is given to you. Once the density of air is given to us, length, breadth, and height is given to us, then we can calculate volume from here. Volume of hall will be equals to length into breadth into height. That means how much? 10 into 7 into 5. 7 5s are 35. 35 into 10, 350 meter cube. So the volume of hall is same. Volume of hall is given to us how much? 350 meter cube. They have asked to find the mass of the air in the hall. Now, mass of the air, whatever will be, since we know that whatever is the volume of the hall, same is the volume occupied by the gas. Yes or no? Where are the air molecules? The air molecules are itself in the hall. So, and we know that gases do not have fixed volume. they always take the volume of the container in which they are placed. So in this case, the air molecules are placed in hall. The volume occupied by air will be same as the volume of the hall and will be equal to the 350. So volume of air is same as volume of hall, which is same as 350 meter cube. Is this point clear? This is the volume of the hall, but we are not interested in the volume of the hall. What we want is we want the volume of air. But since the volume of air will be same as the volume of hall, that's why we calculated the volume of hall initially. Now, you have to calculate mass. Now, if you have forgot the formula, just draw this triangle. Just draw this triangle. If you have forgot, if you remember, it's good. There's nothing to forget. Right? Density is equals to mass by volume. So from here you can say if you want to make mass the subject, it will become density into volume. Therefore, we write we know mass is equals to density into volume. Density is given to you 1.11 into volume is 350. Now just multiply this, you'll get the answer. How to do it? Right, like this. Can I 1115? See, this is my way of solving it. You just have to multiply. How you do the multiplication, it's your choice. Into 350, this will cancel with this. 35 into 1, 35 carry 3, 35 into 1, 8 carry 3, 1, 38. Right? So answer will be 388.5. Since this is an SI, it will be the kg. Answer. See, this I had. Don't confuse yourself, please. This is my idea, my way of solving. You can do the multiplication in whatever way you feel convenient. It's your choice. Thank you. So done. Just go through it, you'll be fine. Next. Okay, now what they have said, how the lollipop question they have given. Density, sorry. Density, density of aluminium is given to you. This will be centimeter cube. Gram per centimeter cube. Express it in kg per meter cube. ये भगवान, ये भी कोई question है. What to say? Solution. Given. What is given? Density of aluminium. So I write D for density, and over here I can write aluminium. You can write full name or shortcut. Aluminium. Aluminium. How much? 2.7 gram per centimeter cube. Fine? Fine. Now, in this case, if you have to convert it into kg per meter cube, you can simply 2.7 into 1 gram per centimeter cube. And you know that, we know that 1 gram per centimeter cube is actually equals to 1000 kg per meter, 1000 kg per meter cube. So this will become 2.7 into 1000 kg per meter cube. This will become multiply कर दो 2700 kg per meter cube. Answer. अरे भैया, just remember this ना. If you have to convert from CGS unit to SI unit, you multiply by 1000, and the other way, or vice versa, you have to divide by 1000. Simple. So next. Same question, same question. Density of alcohol is given to be this much. You have to convert it. The density is given in SI unit. You have to convert it into CGS unit. What's the big deal? Solution. Given density of alcohol is equals to how much? 600 kg per meter cube. That is 600 into 1 kg per meter cube. What I have done is I have divided the magnitude and the unit, and we know that 1 kg per meter cube is actually is equals to 1/1000 gram per centimeter cube. If I want to change, it will become 600 into 1/1000 gram per centimeter cube. So tuck 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 tick tick, 6/10 means 0.6 gram per centimeter cube. Answer. Let's move to the next question. Next. Oh, what they have said. A piece of zinc of mass is given, has a volume this much given. Calculate the density of the zinc. Mass is given, volume is given, density they have asked. What is this? Solution. Given for zinc, mass is how much? 438.6 gram. Volume is how much? 86 centimeter cube. Now see over here the unit is in gram and centimeter cube. If you have forgot the relation, again draw this figure. Density is mass by volume, and there's nothing to remember. Density will become mass by volume. So then we know density is equals to mass by volume. So once you know this, just put the values. Density is equals to mass is given 4386.6 divided by 86. So if I remove this, it will become 4386 by 860. Now just simplify this. Whatever the answer comes, that will be your answer in gram per centimeter cube. Finished. I just have more 5 minutes. I will not solve this question. Just divide this. Whatever is the answer, same only. Finished. Nothing to worry about. Chalo. Next question. Oof. A piece of wood of mass or wood mass is given and has a volume itna. Question. Solution. What is given? For wood, mass is how much? 150 gram. Volume is how much? Centimeter cube. Find the density. अरे क्या पूछ लेगा? Density पूछा भैया, बस density. Therefore, again we know density is equals to mass by volume. So once we know this formula, just put the values. Density is mass how much? 150 by 200. So tick tick. This will become 3/4, which is equals to 0.75 gram per centimeter cube. Why gram per centimeter cube? Because the mass was given in gram and the volume in centimeter. Done. This is the CGS unit. Now, if you want to convert this into SI unit, you can simply write it as 0.75 into 1 gram per centimeter cube. And we know that 1 gram is actually how much? 1000 kg per meter cube. So just multiply this, decimal place will shift. This will become 750 kg per meter cube. इससे आसान और क्या होगा भाई बताओ? Done. Fine. 3 minutes left. What they have said. Calculate the volume of food. So volume we have to calculate of a mass of this much kg and density is this much. Solution. What is given? They are talking for a substance called wood. What is given? Mass is given. Mass is divided by M is given how much? 600 kg. Density is also given how much? 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. Now see, there is a small problem. Mass is in kg, that is SI unit, but density is in gram per centimeter cube, that is CGS unit. So what we will do is we'll convert density into SI unit. 0.8 into 1 gram per centimeter cube. And if I want to convert this, it will become 0.8 into 1000 kg per meter cube. This will become multiply कर दो भैया 0.8 or 800 kg per meter cube. So mass is given, density is given. Now just have to calculate the volume. If you forgot the formula, again write systematic way. Density is mass by volume. So volume will become mass by density. Right? We know volume is equals to mass by density. Just put the value of mass. Mass is 6000 by volume is, sorry, density is 800. Tick, 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 tick. 60 by 80. How much? If I divide this, I'll get 30 by 4, then 15 by 2, that is 7.5 meter cube. Answer. Sure, done. So, the calculation, the way you feel convenient, you do it. My idea is just to show you the proper. Thank you. Thank you. Next part. So this is the first part, in which we solve question 1 to 7. The next part will solve question 8 to 11. These are more important questions. They're really important questions. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.